You've returned to where silence has something to say. We are now in the 12th episode of our journey through the 13 attributes of Shalom, a journey that's both eternal and alive within us. We're nearing the close of our steady discovery, and today we examine the 11th attribute, prosperity. Prosperity often grabs the microphone in Western culture. It's loud, proud, and showbound. But in the blessing and prayer of Shalom, prosperity doesn't shout. It overflows. It doesn't compete. It completes. It's never out on its own. It holds hands with the others. I hope the noticeable pattern we've uncovered is no longer foreign to you nor hidden in plain sight. Every attribute of Shalom is interwoven, braided into the others with purpose and promise. In episode 2, I shared that Shalom is more than a mere greeting. It is a prayer that embodies 13 attributes of which prosperity is encircled. This means we cannot isolate prosperity from the other attributes. It is not a standalone idea, but a sacred thread in the whole tapestry of Shalom. In the westernized mindset, prosperity is often synonymous with financial gain or personal success, measured out in digits, assets, accolades, or applause, even likes, clicks, shares, and follows. It's about securing the bag. But Shalom doesn't chase the bag. Shalom is the bag, holding and distributing what is truly valuable in Elohim's economy. In the Hebraic imagination, prosperity is not a destination, but a demonstration, a reflection of divine order, covenant alignment, and the kind of security the world chases but cannot keep. Prosperity doesn't just visit, it abides. It is deeply relational, communal, and generational, and grows from righteousness, not just resourcefulness. This is beyond the bag, the prosperity of Shalom. Let's consider 3 scriptures and biblical passages for anchoring this attribute. First, Deuteronomy 8:18. But you shall remember Yahweh your Elohim, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant. You see, prosperity is covenant confirming. It is given, not merely gained. And remembering is the safeguard. Forgetting turns into loud, proud, and showbound. Next, let's look at Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Whatever he does shall prosper. This kind of prosperity comes from rootedness. Rootedness in the word, rootedness in righteousness, rootedness in rhythm, and rootedness in Shalom. It is not self-made. It flows from where you're planted, how you're planted, and who you're planted in. And finally, 3 John chapter 1 and verse 2. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. In this passage, we see a prosperous soul reflected in health and wholeness, the outward flow mirroring the inward condition. So before we look outward, it's important to check the heart and soul first. We talked about this in episode 9 on wealth and the precaution about those who desire to be rich. It is not wealth or prosperity itself that's the problem, but the love of money that leads to ruin. True prosperity starts within, not from external things or circumstances. Let's sum up these powerful truths. In this reflection, prosperity is not an isolated pursuit, but a byproduct of alignment with Elohim's way. You also cannot prosper in isolation, only in the integrity of the whole. And this, wealth and prosperity are not twins, but cousins. One is a resource, the other is a result of righteous alignment. And finally, prosperity and shalom is about nothing missing, nothing broken, and not more stuff, but full supply for divine purpose. So, what if you find yourself measuring prosperity only by what's in your hand? What if you look instead at what's in your heart? Is there peace, wholeness, joy, provision that aligns with His purpose and pours into others? If so, that's shalom. That's prosperity. That's the bag, not the chase. Until next time, take a breath, step away from the clicks, likes, shares, and follows. Exit the world's race for the bag chase. And there you'll discover prosperity, where silence has something to say.